Alright, so here we are back into playing with our new puppy dog. The first thing we're going to do is pull this loom. Now, there's not a lot of the RB loom that they have here, so have this hacked up nightmare here. Runs around, there's a few connections here and there, oxygen sensor, runs into obviously these coils. Comes over to here and feeds a lot of sensors and other bits and pieces and tucks in here. So we're going to take the whole thing out. We're going to label a bunch of stuff as we go because I really don't know a lot about these looms. So hopefully this guy that knows a lot more about this as me is going to come to his hand, but we need to get it out. We need to check what's been damaged because apparently there was smoke and nothing good comes out of smoke. So we'll get this out, get this going and start cutting it up, figuring out what's going on.
It's my possession, obsession, rejection, your final breath, your final breath. I've told you before, your tears don't fall. I've been here before.
Zoom out, it's in sort of a couple of pieces there. Most of the plugs for the, most of the plugs here for the coil packs are all shredded, you know, bits are missing, they're all pushed out, stuff's missing, nothing was tight, none of the fuel injector had clips on them, so who knows. There's a bit of a hack job here, which I believe this is lighting for this stuff. You got, you know, joints like this fully exposed, which are left, you know, that's an active feeding into this cluster, which is all part of the normal loom for this, and stuff like this that's just ripped out. That's thermofan stuff, so they just haven't, you know, whatever. But thing is, look at that. Start looking at some diagrams just to double check these things, because eventually obviously the computer's going to be inside the car. We do have some, old mate actually provided a bunch of wiring diagrams for us, so that's kind of helpful. I'll have a play anyway, see if I can figure it out. I really don't want to cook anything. Can't be overly too dramatically difficult. Don't know. That we will find out. But anyway, get this in the shed, start and look at this thing, see what we can make out of that mess. So what does half of this do? No idea. But interesting things. Damage here that's ripped apart, I don't know what's going on there. Damage wise here, exposed stuff here, but I think that's a ground anyway. You've got whatever this mess is of all this cut off stuff. No idea what any of that is. Most of it looks pretty good. I wouldn't think there'd be too much hopefully buried under this that's damaged, but we will start looking at a lot of things like this. Looks like supply. So, you know, there's no fuse block involved in this. I mean, the fuse block realistically is for everything that's already in the car, so you should just be marrying power to that anyway. You shouldn't have to really, look, I think in my head, everything that's in the car now isn't computer controlled. It's all your lights and that, so you just need all your instruments to read from standard stuff to this, and then everything else should just be powered up. But I haven't done this before. I will repair what I can, and then we'll get some professional dudes. We'll have a look, because we can put a lot of this back and set a lot of stuff up, but I'll definitely have a chat to some people before then and go and see what happens. Hopefully no smoke this time.
feel beside me. It slowly faded, would she hear me? If I call her name, would she hold me? If she knew my shame. There's always something different going on. The path I walk's in the wrong direction. There's always someone fucking hanging on. Can anybody help me make it better? Your tears don't fall, they crash around me. Her conscience calls the guilty to come home. Your tears don't fall, they crash around me. Her conscience calls the guilty to come home. The moments die.
Jim. So middle of this loom, they extended all this wiring here to whatever this thing is by like that much. So it made no benefit. You've seen there before, terrible connections. It goes to the coil pack section, which run right beside each other anyway, and there's no difference. So basically, put all those plugs back on there, do them, solder them up properly, and heat shrink and everything starts 10 times better. One less problem. Two less problems.
I hear no screaming, the visions left inside me. I slowly faded, would she hear me? If I called her name, would she hold me? If she knew my shame. There's always something different going on. The path I walk's in the wrong direction. There's always someone fucking hanging on. Can anybody help me make it better? Your tears don't fall, they crash around me. Her conscience calls the guilty to come home. Your tears don't fall, they crash around me. Her conscience calls the guilty to come home. Would she hear me if I called her name? Would she hold me if she knew my shame? There's always something different going on. The path I walk's in the wrong direction. There's always someone fucking hanging on. Can anybody help me make it better? Your tears don't fall, they crash around me. Her conscience calls the guilty to come home. Your tears don't fall, they crash around.
Alright, so we got those sections soldered back on here, back in the same spot. I've no idea why they're extended, seems pointless the way it's set up in the car. But now we're going to replace these plugs. Most of these are broken, they're wrecked. This one didn't even have a plug on it. So I got some of these a while ago, we're going to give it a go, and I just tried it on that one, it'll pop it off. So while we're going, we bought brand new replacement plugs. So I'm going to cut this, but we're just going to replace the body because most of these look alright. If they need to be changed, we will. Otherwise, we'll just do it as we go.
times I've tried to call you. I know you wanna talk. I need to show you how I hurt. So answer me, talk to me. So answer me, with your sympathy. You pour yourself into my wounds and make me feel like I'm to blame. You pour yourself into my wounds. I won't play a game. Obsession, rejection, your final cry is my possession. Obsession, rejection, your final cry is now my possession. 10,000 times I've tried to hate you, forget your pretty little lies. It's time for me to make you hurt. So answer me, talk to me. So answer me, with your empathy. You pour yourself into my wounds and make me feel like I'm to blame. You pour yourself into my wounds. I won't play a game. Obsession, rejection, your final cry is my possession. Obsession, rejection, your final cry is now my possession.
Righto, so there we have. We changed all those plugs out. They were all shagged, and as you can see, they just fall apart like this. But I got all new plugs. All the wiring should be in the same correct spot as they were. We'll get rid of this black tape. We'll tidy this up a bit. Not that I want to tape everything. I'd rather do what I can, but it's only so much gear I've got with me anyway. But we'll get it secured enough that it is protected once it's in the bay. And then our next step is to track down some more plugs that I don't have. But otherwise do a bunch of research as well into this wiring and see if we can figure out a little bit of how this runs, just so I know for later on.